Fellas, welcome back. Today we are answering the age-old question, what is better, Xbox or PlayStation, Nintendo or Sega, okay, PC or literally everything else, okay? We're answering it all today because I will be doing a ranking of all consoles here. So these are all consoles ever conceived. Some of them I never even fucking heard of before, but we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna jump in, we're just gonna rank them. We're gonna decide what console here is the best of the best. Let's go ahead, let's remove all the consoles I don't really know much about or I've never played before. All right, now that we got everything situated, these are all the consoles I know somewhat about, or we can at least talk about. These ones I have no fucking clue. Like, what the fuck even is a TurboGrafx 16? Come on. Or a TurboGrafx 16 Mini. Why did they need to make a mini version? I've never even heard of the main version. These are the ones that are never played or never used. So let's talk about the rankings. S tier, best of the best game. It's just a great console. It's amazing. A tier, it's a good console. I'll play it every once in a while. B tier, it's above mid. I like it, but not that much. C tier, mid console. D tier, below mid console. It's almost mediocre, but not quite good enough to be mediocre. F tier, not good. I probably would never really touch this console. Trash, absolute garbage, should have never been made, okay? Let's go ahead, we'll jump into the nitty gritty. Atari Pong, okay? Hear me out. D tier. Pong is just a classic. This is one of the first home consoles, and Pong is just a classic. Come on, it's not a trash game. You can have fun with some buddies playing some Pong. I won't be playing it for centuries. It's not a C or a B tier or anything above a D, but I do see myself playing Pong every once in a while. Like, if I had it available to me, it's not like the end of the world. I don't think it's complete trash. The Atari 2600, I'm gonna say F tier. The Atari's F tier. The games on it, they did not age well. I never find myself wanting to play the Atari. They're always re-releasing their games. No one's fucking buying them. They have the Atari collection. Bro, I don't care. The games aren't even good. And you outlived your lifespan. So the Atari 2600's just F tier all around. Game & Watch. Again, another D tier. I don't see myself playing this frequently, but the Game & Watch games remind me a lot of those like old Burger King toys, like those little toys you would get, which they should bring back. Why did they stop doing that? That was so base. Now we get whatever the fuck this is. I mean, like, come on. We used to have cool toys, and now we don't have anything cool at McDonald's and stuff. Kids' toys these days just suck. All around, it's aged quite a bit. Like, you probably won't see anyone on the subway just pulling out their Game & Watch and playing it. But it's not horrible. It's not overall bad. You can still have some fun with it. The NES, C tier. I'm going to say the NES is C tier, and here's why. I think it's mediocre. Revisiting it, there are some good games. The classic Super Mario Bros. Will always be a good classic game. Duck Hunt, classic. The original Metroid, I believe, was on the NES. The original Legend of Zelda. There's some great games on this. What's holding it back? The controllers suck. I know controllers were still being developed, so I'm not going to hold it too much against it. And just overall, I don't see myself coming back to these games very much. Yes, it has the original Super Mario Bros. Yes, it has the original Legend of Zelda. But it also had Zelda too. Let's be real here. Come on, this console's kind of trash. No, I'm kidding. I don't see myself playing the games on it very often, and I don't see myself revisiting it. It's a great nostalgia piece, but overall, not that great of a console. I mean, it did bring us out of the Great Gaming Depression, where ET nearly destroyed all of fucking gaming. But I'm thinking about nowadays. I'm comparing it to nowadays. Like, what is the impact that it has today and now? That's how I'm rating these. Sega Master System, C tier. There are some great games that have came out on it, but just overall, you don't see anyone going out of their way buying a Sega Master System. That's all I'm saying. Game Boy Pocket. Let's go ahead. Let's put the Game Boy Pocket in C tier. I'm gonna put it right under the Nintendo Entertainment System. Same with the normal Game Boy. And here's why. it has no color. We're gonna get to, I may as well get to it. Game Boy Color, I'm gonna put this in above C tier because I do think the color matters, because the reason why it's even in C tier is because it has games like Pokemon Blue, Pokemon Gold, it has Link's Awakening, it has Kirby Dream Land. Yes, it has these great games, but there's going to be consoles that come later on that can play these games better with the original hardware, because later on we're going to get into like Switch 2, right? And when I'm thinking about those, I'm not going to be comparing it to the ROM version of these games. I'm talking about the hard cartridges. And as we know, I'm going to skip ahead just a little bit. The Game Boy SP is A tier. Okay. Why is the Game Boy SP A tier? Okay. It outclasses both the other Game Boys. You can play all the Game Boy Advance games. There's a lot of good ones. I'm not going to go into them. Jaden, just fucking show a shit ton of them on the screen right now. Amazing games came out for this thing. You can play original Game Boy games. You can play Game Boy Advance games. Just an excellent handheld console. They did a great job. I still play some games from this era. Literally Gen 3 of Pokemon came out for this console, which is an excellent generation. That's why it is in A tier and these ones are not, is because they're kind of unnecessary because we have the Game Boy Advance. Plus it has a backlight, which is so fucking nice. SNES. This one's obviously like a fucking A tier, right? Actually S tier. I'm actually stuck. I'm gonna say S tier. SNES, S tier. Hear me out. The controllers, probably the worst part about this console. Everything else, solid as hell. I don't know the difference between Gen 1 and Gen 2, so I'm just gonna put them both in here. So I looked up the best games for the Super Nintendo just to kind of talk about them. Link to the Past, one of the absolute best Legend of Zelda games ever created. Super Metroid, really good fucking game. Super Mario All-Stars, Super Mario RPG, Donkey Kong Country 2, Earthbound, Mega Man X, Donkey Kong Country. Okay, and the list goes on. There's a lot. Kirby Superstar. Okay, there is just a lot of fucking great games that came out for this console that are timeless. They're still out today. I would say it was one of the greats. It still is one of the greats, and the games are still being played to this day. It has earned an S tier, if you ask me. Philips CDI. All you haters are gonna say it should be in the trash tier. All you fucking haters are gonna say Philips CDI is in trash tier. Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, Philips CDI is S tier. Okay, very controversial. Hear me out. Hear me out. Okay, this is. I get it. It's a hot take. Take a seat. I get you're frustrated. I get you're upset. Hear me out. The reason why the CDI is S tier, literally the memes. Think of all the fucking memes that have come out of this console. Alone. Let's go ahead. Let's look up a compilation.
Gee, it sure is boring around here.
My boy.
I just wonder what Ganon's up to.
Only Link can defeat Ganon.
Great, I'll grab my stuff. How about a kiss for luck?
You've got to be kidding.
Lamp oil, rope, bombs. You want it? It's yours, my friend, as long as you have enough rubies.
It's just, it has created some of the best fucking memes of all time that are timeless. They'll live forever. Okay, the CDI is god tier. You know what? It's amazing, and this is a half joke, okay? This is a half joke, but it's also the truth, okay? I think the CDI was just past its time, okay? But it lived on. It's a cult classic. Fuck you, I'm right, you're wrong, okay? Next console. Sega CD, kind of below mid. I mean, like, the most you're gonna play this console for is Sonic CD. That's it. Mid console. Or it wasn't an attachment. You, like, attached it to your Sega Genesis. Either way, it's mid. Game Gear. Oh, this thing's forgettable. Holy shit, this thing has nothing. What, Tails Adventure? I've never fucking heard of that. What? Tales Adventure looks fire. I'm willing to forgive it. Never heard of this game.
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
Holy
So
shit.
it's a Mario World
like,
map. I completely agree. So do you have to go to the...
It's
Horses, you could
it's a
fly.
fucking Mario game.
Can he fly in this? Probably
He can
not.
throw
It's only
bombs. Guys, this is just facts that Tails is a fucking terrorist. Anyway, yeah, it seems like nothing came from the Game Gear. Honestly, all those games look like trash. I'm just gonna put it in the trash tier. I've never played it, so if you love the Game Gear, don't come at me. Low-key Tails Adventure looks fire. Don't come at me. I don't know too much about it. It just looks like trash based on the games that came out for it. Sega Genesis, come on, it's B tier. Sega Genesis is B tier. I don't know what the fuck the Gen 3 is. Sonic the Hedgehog 1, Sonic the Hedgehog 2. You have Toe Jam and Earl. Castlevania. You know what? I'm willing to bump it up. I'm willing to bump it up to A tier. There are some classic Sega games that just came out during this time that are still played to today. They're kind of oversaturated because Sega always does its like master collection. But I'm willing to still put it in A tier. Definitely one of the better consoles they ever came out with. Oh, here's the original. Definitely one of the better consoles they ever came out with. I'm just gonna say A tier. They have great games. The controller feels great. I used it. It's overall a good console. Y'all gonna clown on me for this. Y'all gonna clown on me for this. We're gonna put it in the front of S tier. Nintendo 64 front of S tier. Okay, hear me out. This is a god tier console. This is one of the ones I grew up on. Yes, I'm biased. Fuck off. Super Mario 64. Okay. Ocarina of Time. Majora's Mask. Mario Party 1 through 3. This console had it all, and I loved it. It's one of my favorite consoles of all time. Has amazing games. I like the controller. Fuck off. Don't judge it. You're being too harsh on it. Virtual Boy. Come on, we all know this is trash. I've never played it, but it was way ahead of its time. It was like trying to do VR before VR was a thing. Sega Saturn. Best Sega Saturn games. I mean, there's like nothing here. There's Sonic Racing. Oh my god, it had fucking Sonic Racing. You know what that means? The Sega Saturn is S tier. Guys, it had Sonic Racing, the best game ever fucking created by man. This console truly seems trash. I'm gonna put it in trash. PlayStation 1, I'll say B tier. We need something in B tier. I'll say PlayStation 1. It had some good games. I don't really replay any of them. It had Pepsi Man. That's a pretty base game. I'm just gonna put it in B tier. The original Xbox. I'm gonna put it second place in A tier. Game Boy Advance. This can just go above the Game Boy Color. Game Boy Micro. This shit was kind of lame. I'm gonna put Game Boy Micro in F tier. Just get a Game Boy Advance. This thing was kind of cool because it looked cool, but that's about it. That's the most you get out of it. It's a smaller screen, okay? You can only play Game Boy Advance games on it. It's just a shittier Game Boy Advance. Don't ever fucking touch that thing. GameCube. God. I'm gonna put it in top of A tier. The GameCube. Amazing games. Fucking amazing games. Some of the best games ever created by man. Super Mario Sunshine. My favorite Sonic game of all time, Sonic Adventure Battle 2. I know that also came out on the Dreamcast, but I played it on the GameCube, so I don't really care what your opinion is. That's what I played it on. Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. It also had Twilight Princess and Mario Party 4. Just some great games. PlayStation 2. You guys would fucking be mad if I didn't put this in S. I am going to put it below the Nintendo 64, though. You can bite me. I'm not going to go too deep into it. It's one of the best-selling consoles of all time. I grew up on a PlayStation 2. This is how I played GTA San Andreas and GTA 3, Jak and Daxter. Some great games on this console. It has a great controller. I've never been much of a PlayStation kid, but even I can admit the PlayStation 2 is S tier. It is one of the best consoles ever created by man. Xbox 360. We're going to put it above the Dreamcast. Xbox 360. Pure nostalgia. This was my console of choice. Absolute fucking one of the most comfortable controllers I've ever used. I just have a lot of nostalgia with this console, especially with like the gamer icons, all the times I played fucking Halo Reach on this thing, Black Ops 2. It's just, I have very fond memories of the Xbox 360. It's my console of choice back in the day. It's going to be A tier. It's not S tier because I feel like it's outclassed nowadays. A lot of the games you could have played on it, you can play on other consoles now, and it's not like it's not the best way to play those games. But I still own an Xbox 360. I still go back to it every once in a while. Just overall was an amazing console. Okay, now we have a ton of the fucking DS's. The original DS, B tier. The DS has amazing games, dual screen, cool idea. That thing fucking broken. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna put it in trash tier. The original DS is trash tier. Only because I just reminded myself you can break this bitch in fucking half like it was nothing. I remember having my original DS and that thing was in half, and I used the bottom half as a fucking Game Boy because it was so trash. But the DS Lite made up for that, so I'm gonna put that in B tier. Definite great improvement on the DS. I think they fixed most of the issues with the first one. Less fragile. It's literally lighter than the original. I had a red one. I remember it. I miss it. I played Elite Beat Agents on it all the time. DSi XL. DSi, just a better fucking DS. It had a lot of cool... I'm gonna put it in A tier. Had a lot of cool things. I'm gonna put it below the Xbox though. Let's go ahead. Let's grab the DSi. Clearly the XL is gonna be better. My fucking paws. My hands are fucking huge. Yeah, the DS, I'm putting it in A tier. Obviously, DS, one of the best handheld consoles ever created. Obviously, I don't have to go into why. But I think the Xbox and the GameCube still beat it. I think those are overall better consoles. And DSs were more of a testament of their time. Yes, they have great games for them, but they're more... for that time period, I guess. And I still revisit some games. Don't get me wrong. But I wouldn't say they're S tier. I wouldn't say they're God tier. Nintendo Wii Mini. Just a shittier Wii. Put that in the trash. Do not fucking buy a Wii Mini. You can't even play GameCube games on it. Do not. That thing is trash. Nintendo Wii. My love for the Nintendo Wii is unstoppable. I'm gonna put that bitch in S tier. Here's why. You can play GameCube games on it. I have a lot of a nostalgic attachment to it. As you guys know from my video on my main channel, I have a soft spot for this console, and it is one of the best selling consoles of all time. Wii Sports alone, such a nostalgic experience that everyone owns a Wii. Okay, I'll just put it this way. Everyone owns a Wii. Everyone still fucking uses a Wii. Okay, you have probably played in this year a Wii at some point. And I stand by that. If you're watching this video, I guarantee you have played the Wii this year at some point. Because it is just a console that doesn't die. PlayStation 3. PlayStation 3's mid. Bro, you really thought I was going to put it with Xbox? Bro, what are you thinking, dog? PlayStation fucking sucks. I was an Xbox kid. You really think I'm going to put it there? I can admit the PlayStation is a excellent console. But it's going to be in C tier. I mean, it's probably going to be top of C tier. I should probably bring it up. But the PlayStation's mid. Y'all really fucking thought I would... It doesn't even compete against the fucking Xbox, dude. What the fuck is a PSP Go? It looks like shit. I'm going to put it in trash. Looks like shit. I'm not even going to look it up. It's just... I know it's trash. PSP. Okay, I know I just dogged on fucking PlayStation. I think it's a great handheld. The discs were kind of weird. I didn't grow up on one. I actually used a PSP that one of my friends had growing up, and I remember playing fucking GTA on the shit and being amazed on how a console can even handle that, a little handheld console. I actually loved my time with the PSP when I played it. It is a great portable console for its time. Would I ever revisit it? No. For nostalgia, it seems like a great thing to like pick up. I would actually love to do a video on that. The PSP was ahead of its time, I would say. It was definitely ahead of its time. Great console, though. Great handheld console. The Google Guys, trash. The Google Stadia, I don't even think they support this shit anymore. This was like such a fucking fail. This was a console they did that you can connect and do it via the cloud. And people who bought games for it no longer own those games when it shut down their services because it was not very popular. This was just an absolute dumpster fire, and I don't even need to explain why it's trash. 2DS XL, I'm gonna put it in A tier, and I'm gonna put it in a pretty high A tier. So I went ahead and I placed all the fucking different 3DS variations. God, I did not realize how many there were. I decided the new 3DS XL and the 3DS XL are S tier. Guys, I don't even have to explain it. One of the best handheld consoles. We all grew up with a 3DS at some point. I think if you had any amount of money, you grew up on a 3DS. I loved my 3DS. I still play my 3DS. Great console. Guys, come on. S tier. I'd even argue, now that I'm thinking about it and saying it out loud, I play it way more than I play the Nintendo 64 games. Like, this thing I still mess and fuck around with. Switch. Switch is S tier. I mean, I have nothing bad to say about the Switch. I do not care about the Switch Lite. I'm saying it's trash. If you have, I'll say it's F tier. You just get a Switch. I think getting a Switch Lite, yes, it's a smaller Switch. It's kind of cute, but just spend the extra money. Get a normal Switch. Before the Steam Deck came out, it was just, I was amazed.
And then he slaps it onto the console. I'm like, oh, that's cool.
So many good games came out for this console. I'm not going to go too deep into it. One of the best consoles so far. I'm sure it's not going to hold the test of time. I'm sure as time goes on, it's not going to be as great as it is right now. But like I said, I'm going by right here, right now. Wii U, underrated. A tier. Definitely A tier. It's going to be top of A tier. Actually, no. Not enough games for it. I'm going to put it above the DSi. I'm going to put it above the DSi XL. The Wii U was underrated. We all know this. It was a very cool concept. I love how they incorporated the gamepad. There was a lot of great party games for this. We all know it had died, but it is such an underrated console. Ouya, another fucking console. It was a Kickstarter, I believe, and that one was a dumpster fire. Not as bad as Stadia. Stadia was definitely the bigger dumpster fire, but this console is just a joke. Sony PlayStation 4. Come on, guys. You play PlayStation? That shit mid. That shit mid, bro. Oh, what the fuck is PlayStation TV? What the? Hold up. I accidentally grabbed that. What the fuck is a PlayStation TV? What the fuck is? Can you even play games on it? It seems horrible. This goes in the trash tier. What the fuck? This seems awful. It seems like, why did these companies think it was a good idea to go in this cloud gaming direction? I just, yes, if you have good internet, I'm sure it's an option because you get to play the game right away rather than downloading it. But most people love the performance of playing a game on a console that it looks good on. I mean, when you play games, you don't want it to look like shit and lag. I don't know. I just think it was a horrible thing to invest in, and our technology is not there to properly do cloud gaming. I'm sure we'll get to a point where it's like seamless, but right now it is not at that point. PlayStation Vita, F tier. I mean, this thing kind of burned in a fire. I mean, nobody played this thing. I don't even know much about it. I'm pretty sure it had touchscreen. That's all I know about it. Series S is just gonna chill with all the other Xboxes. I feel the same. They're all the same console to me. I feel no different about any of them. Game & Watch 2020. You can play Mario on it, and then they also had the Legend of Zelda one. Obviously, it's a cool little gimmick. I'm gonna put it in C tier because it's a cool little gimmick. You buy it more as a collector's thing. Like, you're not buying this to really play it. Console wise, it's not very good, but collectors wise, it's a cool little trinket. So I'm putting it in C tier. It's mediocre. It's all right. OLED, obviously better than the original Switch. Playdate. I've always wanted to play the Playdate. It seems cool. I only added it to this list because it seems like such a cool concept. I'm gonna put it in top of B tier. I never played it. Let me make that clear. But it's a cool little modern day Game Boy type thing with a little crank mechanic. There's some cool little games. I want to play it one day. It just seems like such a cool little thing. So I wanted to include it even though I never played it. PlayStation 5. Come on, guys. Come on. You play PlayStation? You playing PlayStation? That's in C tier. Gaming computer. I didn't think I was going to have to do this. Best of the fucking best. This is just amazing. And we all know gaming computer lives here. It is better than every console ever made. The computer is just better. This isn't even a competition, okay? You can do anything on a computer. Anything these can do, you could probably find a way to do it on a computer. Whether or not it's getting peripherals. I mean, you can literally play the Wii on your computer if you wanted to. It does lack having some exclusives that you can play on these, but there is emulation, okay? Like, I'm not gonna lie. Is emulation legal? That's a little bit of a touchy subject, but I will say it is absolute god tier. It is the best thing ever created. I only play games on my computer. If it's a heavy duty game, I play it on a computer. I think it's worth investing into. People will be like, oh, well, I can just spend like $600 on a console right now, so I don't have to go through the work of building a PC. Brother, just build a PC. You're going to save money overall in the long run, and they're just way more useful, okay? Steam Deck, I've never had one. Obviously, it's probably better than the OLED. I mean, it's a fucking powerhouse. Switch 2, to be determined. I don't know how I feel about this. It's probably at least here because I'm pretty sure it can just play Switch games. It's a much more powerful Switch, but there's a lot of controversy with how expensive games are, and there's a lot going on with it right now where I just kind of feel iffy about it. But this is the tier list. This is it. This is the fine tier list. We went through everything. That took a lot longer than I thought it would, and it was a lot harder than I thought it would. I thought it would be really easy. But this is the overall list. I am going to move some things around, like the CDI. I'm going to move above the PlayStation 2. Don't hate me. Don't hate me. The memes are good, guys. The memes that came from it are good. Don't hate me. Okay? Well, that is it. We have determined computer has always been the best. You cannot change my mind. Everyone, I think anyone who's owned a PC agrees with this. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.